And no contest. Game one of this National League Championship Series. It is the Dodgers who get the shutout win over the Mets by a final of 9-0. Nothing went right for the Mets tonight. The offense was very quiet. 3 singles in the game. That was it. And again, the Dodgers win big. Kodai Senga got the start for the Mets in this game, looking to build upon the 2 innings he threw against Philadelphia. In game one of that series, different story tonight, Todd. He gave up a couple of runs in an inning and a third. Let's begin there. What went wrong for Kodai?
Well, he just didn't have it tonight. And his rhythm was off from the very beginning. The fastball wasn't being located. The cutter was up and backing up like that one right there, which really tells you he wasn't finishing over his front side. And then when he was throwing the split for the ghost fork, it was not even competitive. Couldn't get swings and misses because he wasn't up in the count. And he just got himself into as much trouble as the Dodgers got him into with walks. And you're watching, it seems like a repeat, but it was just walk after walk. And then that ball finds a hole, breaks through right there. But Senga overall just nothing clean. The fastball only 94 miles an hour, so you didn't really see that life to the fastball that we'll see on occasion, and it just makes you really kind of take a step back and wonder, okay, how close is he to being actually ready? And was this a test that you have to know? Look, the eye test tells you, hey, this may be something that they're going to have to consider skipping him next time around as opposed to leaving him in this slot if today was an indication of what he might get.
Well, we certainly heard a lot about Kodai Senga's mechanics during his comeback from his initial shoulder injury. Remember, he had worked his way up to minor league starts and then was shut down because he felt as though his mechanics were off, and he started off from scratch again. Well, his mechanics were just not there today. I mean, the ball just looked so strange coming out of his hand. This did not look like the Kodai Senga that we saw last year, or even in his 2 starts this season, the one against the Braves and the one against the Phillies. So the question is, where is he at and how far can the Mets go with him? Clearly, he was not getting any chase. And you know, the Dodgers are not the Phillies. They don't chase the way the Phillies do. He threw 30 pitches, 20 were balls, didn't get a single swing at a pitch out of the strike zone. And the way David Peterson pitched in relief, you have to certainly think he's a candidate to take that Game 5 start.
So what about the decision now as you look forward here, Todd, especially with the fact that they put him out there in the second inning after he gave up those 2 runs in the first inning? You've got to be thinking as a manager, where am I going with Kodai right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're talking about what are we thinking about with Kodai is, well, first of all, a short start again. And so he wasn't able to even build up stamina to potentially give them more next time around, unless we were discussing this while we were watching the game. Maybe he went down and threw some in the bullpen to get 50 or 55 pitches because he was out of there before he really got worked today. So that's a consideration next time out. If you do try to keep him in this rotation and keep him online for another start, are you really going to get more out of him because he wasn't stressed this time to build up that stamina? So, look, I'm sure that they're going to do some assessment, maybe check with him about his mechanics, watch him how he recovers today, see what he does on the side. But it definitely makes you sit and wonder about whether maybe David Peterson is the guy in, with some rest as he goes as a starter next time around instead of Kodai.
40 pitches for David Peterson, so it does give you some pause there about how they're going to use him moving forward.